Good morning. Happy New Year. Happy Monday. It is time to get real. Are you ready? I only have about 10 minutes, but I did not want to let another day go by without talking to you because I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone. There is some kind of, I guess, truth to the fact that we delegate or um, we give certain times of the year more power than others, and the beginning of a new year seems to do that for us, and especially since it's Monday, the beginning of a new week. So all the stars are aligned. It is perfect. It is time for us to get real and go after whatever it is that we want. Now, for the next probably several days, maybe even weeks, we're going to be focused on weight loss, health, nutrition, fitness, because that's where our mindset is at the moment. And I want to feed into that, and I want to play with it, and I want to encourage it, and I want to inspire it, and I want to motivate it, and I want to cultivate it, and I want to develop persistence and consistency in your habits so that you're successful. And today we are talking about persistence. Okay. I think that most of you have probably seen on my own personal timeline, just Dawn Lefever's timeline, that yesterday was my 26-year anniversary of joining Weight Watchers. 26 years. It's been 26 years since I began my journey for weight loss. And that is exciting to me. I look back and I think 26 years, has it been 26 years? Do I really look older? I don't think so. But yeah, I know I do. And what did it take? You know, people want to know, what was the key? What did it take in order to get that weight loss? That's what I want. Tell me what to do. Okay. Be persistent. Keep going. Don't stop, no matter what. That is it. There is nothing else. Now, there is a lot of planning and a lot of desire and a lot of obstacles and strategies to help you overcome those obstacles along the way. But really and truly, you must have persistence in order to be successful. And most of us do not have that. We have to develop that, and most of us are not willing to put in the time or the work that it takes to get what we want and to keep doing it over and over and over. So, of course, I looked up the definition of persistence, and it says a firm or obstinate, I have been told I'm obstinate, a firm or obstinate continuance in a course of action in spite of difficulty or opposition. So, it doesn't say absence of difficulty or opposition. It says a firm or obstinate continuing on in a course of action that you've chosen, which for us right now is weight loss, most likely, in spite of difficulty or opposition. So in spite of, you must keep going. Another thing it says here, persistence is the ability to stick with something. Most of us, we have the ability, we just don't tap in or to that ability to stick with something. We think if it gets hard, it's done and over and we quit. And then lastly, it says persistent people have a goal or vision in mind that motivates and drives them. They are often dreamers and visionaries who see their lives as having a higher purpose and simply earning a living. Their vision is deeply ingrained and they focus on it constantly and with great emotion and energy. And so, higher purpose aside, let's just talk right now about weight loss. You have to attack your weight loss with persistence. Okay. It has to be, your vision has to be deeply ingrained in you. You have to see it. You have to feel it. You have to believe it. You have to go after it, and you have to keep moving even when things get hard. And you have to do that with great emotion and energy. You can't just be like, well, I guess this works and I'll do it during the week when it's easy. But then comes the weekend and all your persistence goes out the window because you feel like, eating pizza and drinking too much beer. It is not going to happen. And so if and only if you are ready to make this time, this effort, this occurrence of weight loss different than it ever has been before, if and only then, when you're ready, you must forget everything you knew or think you know about weight loss and rely on persistence. Develop maybe even persistence. And so I am reading Think and Grow Rich, and I have the goal to finish this by the end of the month. And one of the 13 rules for success is persistence. And in here, it outlines a bunch of things, and I'm not going to go through all of them, but I wanted to touch on two things in particular. Persistence is a state of mind, so it can be cultivated. All right, you can cultivate it, you can grow it, you can and then you can harvest it, and you can use it, consume it, if you will, in order to give you life and to give you direction. And so, one of the things you need in order to develop a persistent mindset is habit. Persistence is the direct result of habit. The mind absorbs and becomes a part of the daily experiences upon which it feeds. Fear, the worst of all enemies, can be effectively cured by forced repetition of acts of courage. So what's your act of courage when you're speaking about weight loss? You know what? It is courageous to go into a restaurant and order something different than you've always ordered when you're with people you've always been with who are expecting a certain behavior out of you. Changing that behavior and saying no to something that you know is not good for you, is no, it's not going to get you what you want, is courageous. I mean, that's just a very simple, one little simple example of how you need to be courageous. Saying no is courageous, okay? So you need habit. Now, it says symptoms of lack of persistence. So one of the symptoms, the biggest symptoms that I was reading, and he lists 16 of them. The one I want to focus on for just a minute is searching for all the shortcuts. Guys, I've had people emailing me about meal plans and protein powders and collagen supplements and developing workout plans, and all that stuff is great. It's all necessary, but finding the one that's going to work for you, there's so many that work, and I will help you do all of that because that is necessary. But really and truly, I think when we're doing that, we're looking for the shortcut to what it is that we want. And let me assure you that there are no shortcuts. If you want to lose weight and keep it off for 26 years, you're going to have to do something, and you're going to have to continue to do it over and over. So don't look for a shortcut, because you might arrive quickly, but I promise you, you will not stay there if you do not learn how to have persistence and deal with failures and setbacks along the way, and to overcome them, to override them, and to almost like embrace them and look at you and look at them in the face and say, you know what, bring it on. I was going to swear. I can totally handle anything you have to throw at me, whether that be, a birthday, cake at a birthday party, or lack of motivation. I can handle this through persistence. Okay. So one of the biggest symptoms of lack of persistence is looking for a shortcut. So let me just start by saying your weight loss journey, there are no shortcuts. There are no shortcuts. You're going to have to put in the time, work, effort, and persist through failures and setbacks in order to be successful. So put it aside. We've tried it before. It doesn't work. It's going to take some time, and it's going to take all kinds of crazy amounts of effort that will be 100% worth it. Okay, so searching for the shortcuts, trying to get without giving. That is what we are trying to do. We don't want to give up anything. We don't want to give up being comfortable and eating all the food and our free time to scroll social media and watch TV. We don't want to give it up. We want to be fit, and we want to be healthy. We want to fit into our clothes. We want people to say we look good, and we want to feel good about ourselves. But I don't want to do anything to get it. All right. Stop being stupid. So, searching for all the shortcuts, trying to get without giving, usually reflected in the habit of gambling or endeavoring to drive sharp bargains. Well, if I do this for a week and I'll take this 30-day, 30 days to my perfect body, I'm going to bargain on that. That's what I'm going to do. And then it's going to be done, and I'm moving on. Put it out of your mind. It's not going to happen. So you have to create habit, and you have to get rid of the mindset of shortcuts, and you have to have persistence. You have to be willing to develop the ability to stick with something. So if you don't plan on sticking with this, I'm sorry, don't start it. All right? Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your being exasperated. But I'm going to tell you, you won't be happy. So instead, change your mindset to one of persistency and consistency. Is persistency a word? I don't think so. But it rhymed. But say, I will persist through on a daily basis, creating habit and not looking for shortcuts. The time is going to pass anyway. So I don't care how long it takes. I'm doing it this time. And that's what I want you to start. That's what I want. That's your action step today, is to resolve to the fact that you will have to be persistent and consistent. And we will talk again tomorrow. And I will tell you, I'm going to tell you my whole story this week about my weight loss. And I am going to help you achieve whatever it is that you want. So thanks for listening. See you tomorrow. Peace.